This is the official Lugswo FNAF movie review, okay? I had never played any FNAF games. I watched Markiplier play FNAF in like, when I was like 15, which I think is many people. And then I've watched 5 of the 65 game theory videos on FNAF. I've watched a little part of the actual FNAF movie, which is game theory, okay? So do I know the lore? Fucking no. Do I know anything about the games? Realistically, at this point, no is also the answer. And my general consensus is that it was really fucking bad, dude. First, first we'll say, I'll no spoilers for now, right? So, because I know SparkPause, you haven't seen it. I assume you want to see it. No spoilers for now. I'll give a spoiler warning. But it was really fucking bad, dude. First thing is that I went on day dot. Huge mistake, dude. Okay. There was a kid sitting in front. So, okay, first of all, it was a bunch of kids. It was like me and my girlfriend and a bunch of children and their parents. That's fine. I'm sure if you go watch like a Disney movie on day 1 or whatever, it's gonna be the same thing, right? But literally, there was a child in front of me. Every 5 minutes during the movie, he would just start. It would just start doing this. Okay, I'll just show you real quick. All right, every 5 minutes. Until someone told him to shut the fuck up, dude. And I mean every 5 minutes. Literally every 5 minutes, he would just start out of nowhere. Someone would tell him to stop, and then he would just start again. Dodo had an experience where someone said Abby is kind of a baddie, which is the small girl in the movie. Regardless, okay, anyways. So that's the first thing. Just going on day 1 to watch the FNAF movie, not good. By the way, I came into this movie legitimately expecting it to be good. Okay, I've every movie or game like TV media that's come out this year has been actually good, right? Mario movie, it was like pretty good. It was fun at least, right? Sonic movie was pretty good. Like Last of Us TV show was like super amazing. Arcane was super good. So I was like, dude, let's keep the trend up and maybe we got a banger. Not really, not so much, dude. Okay, it's the first movie I've ever it's the first movie in a long time that I was watching, and like I was just like bored for a long part of it, dude. There was a time in the middle. It's the first time I've ever been like, damn, how much longer is this going on for, dude? Where it's just PETA from the Hunger Games with his sister walking around doing fuck all. I also came into this completely blind. I hadn't watched any of the trailers up until, ever, realistically. I didn't watch any of them. I know they got linked in my Discord a million times, but I'm sorry, I didn't click them. And I thought that the movie was gonna be like, because again, I watched, again, the first like couple game theory videos, and I watched I know the first couple games, they got Bonnie, they got Chica. You close the doors and stuff. I know enough, right? So I thought it was gonna be like either uncovering the first bits of like, oh, the bite of 87, or it'd be like you're the security guard and you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Instead of that, we got a terrible baby child girl actor and PETA from the Hunger Games fucking falling asleep. And yeah, it's because I didn't watch the lore. And you know what? I have to say, maybe again, that's kind of why I wanted to stream talking about it, because maybe I just don't understand. Okay, there was a point in the movie where there was like a twist that was like someone's name was brought up, and every child was like, yeah, and I was like, what? Who? What's going on, dude? What's happening? So like I said, maybe I missed something. Maybe I just don't get it, dude. maybe I don't get it, man. But also one other thing I wanted to mention, the first time that this has probably ever happened ever, and will ever happen ever, is after the movie ended. My girlfriend has watched way more FNAF like lore videos than I have. Not of game theory. I think she just watched like a summary or something. Maybe the ultimate timeline. I thought that existed. And after the movie ended, she was sitting explaining the lore to her boyfriend, not the other way around. And like, I literally think that's never happened before in the history of the universe, dude. But yeah, I think that the storyline, it just kind of was dog and didn't really make any sense. It was like it was just a bad horror movie kind of like vibe. Like when you watch a bad horror movie, you know, you can just know what the fuck's happening. It's like, oh my god, the friend I was with from the beginning of the movie was actually the killer all along. And it's like, wow, what a twist, dude. I feel so twisted. And it's not just bad writing. Definitely not. That's kind of what the whole thing felt like. And it also just like, I mean, I'm not a huge horror movie fan in general. And I know it wasn't R-rated. So it was like, you know, there's no gore or whatever, but it was very not scary. Like, I was just laughing every time anything happened that was supposed to be scary. I mean, okay, look, that wasn't a real spoiler, okay? Nothing, that doesn't happen. unless maybe I walked into a different theater and it was just like some dude playing a movie he made, his own FNAF movie, and that actually did happen. It just felt like a very garbage kind of horror movie. Just had a FNAF like setting. That's what it felt like to me. And it felt like the writers had watched like 2 FNAF game theory videos and then just went like, ah, yeah, I get this shit, dude. I know what they want, dude. And then they just started going. And yeah, I don't know. It wasn't very good. Well, anyways, we have a spoiler discussion, okay? So for the record, when I say I watched 5 videos, I mean, like, specifically, I stopped watching right around when it got... I've said this before. I stopped watching right around when it got, like, Supernatural. When it was, like, you know... Oh, before it's just, like, this fucking creepy place. I mean, okay. Let me rephrase. I understand that supernatural things can happen in a horror movie, in a horror story, okay? Like, if Freddy is just, like, a sentient being and he wants to eat people. I don't know why. I can believe that. For some reason, though... When it's like, oh, the kids are inside the suits and they're controlling them with their ghost powers, that it just loses me. And I'm like, this is dumb, right? So that's what I watched up to, and then when I stopped watching, that's when I stopped caring about FNAF lore, basically, around there. And it turns out it's what the whole story revolves around, dude. It's like the whole thing, and. So maybe that's why I think it's extra dumb and extra not good, is because it's literally the thing that stopped me from caring about the lore in general, is like what the whole movie's like centered around. On top of that, it's also just like, it's like focused on like the Mr. Peta from Hunger Games trying to find his brother or whatever. Like, it leads to nowhere. Like, they keep playing the dream sequence over and over and over, and then fucking nothing happens. It turns out the kid just died. That's it. That's the whole end of the movie. Like, why, dude? And then also, like, I mean, like I said, the child actor's bad, which I get it. Finding a good child actor is hard, and also they have work labor laws that you can't fucking exploit them, which I think is good. That's a good thing, right? But it's why you don't focus your movie on a child. I don't know, dude. Like I said, I thought that the movie was gonna be like your security guard, and then you learn that they're evil, and then you get fucking eaten, right? Which then it's like, it's like, again, you don't have to base your story on children, and then it's like you can have good acting. But there's something else I want to talk about in the oh, I guess, well, now, okay. Alex and Omi were saying I don't even know the lore because I didn't know who the guy was. But there was a point in the movie where they were like, and the guy is William Afton. I didn't know who that was. Everyone in the theater was like, oh my god, no way. And I was like, who? Who's who? I don't know if they explained that in the movie. They might have, and I mean, it wasn't a guy that came up, like, his name did not come up over and over again. His name came up once, if anything, in the movie until the end. It wasn't like a thing that was like, it was like, you know, fucking Frankenstein, where they say his name every 2 seconds. It's like the only guy ever with the name. Yeah, but I have not watched the FNAF videos since 2015, 2016, okay? And like I said, I think there are people out there in the world who understand it, and that's why this is the review for them, okay? Because, again, I felt like, again, maybe I walked into a different movie. Maybe I'm just dumb, and I just can't remember, but, like, his name did not come up very often. And again, if it did, it was like once. And I didn't hear any more than that. So I didn't know who it was. I literally didn't know who it was. I think that it's good to have like hints to lore in the game, but they have to make the movie understandable for people who haven't watched fucking anything, you know? Now, I will say, the one good thing I'll say about the movie is that Matt Pat was in it, and he said it's a theory. Okay, that's the only good thing I'll say. And what's his name? Corey X Henchman was in the movie, which I didn't know who he was really. But every time he appeared on the screen, which was like twice, holy shit, did my ears get blown out by the children. They were all huge fans. They did get that right, but then Markiplier wasn't in it. They didn't name the main character Michael Plier. So come on, man. They did say that they made the movie specific to the fans, though. Did they? Well, if they did, I mean, like I said, maybe someone out there in the world will make a video. Maybe Matt Pat will make a video about how the FNAF movie connects to the lore and it's like actually genius. And I'll watch that video on stream and I'll be fucking totally wrong, you know? But I kind of don't think that's true. My girlfriend told me that the movie is not even canon because there's some things that happen in the games that the movie did differently or something like that. I don't know. It's so forgettable. Like, I think that if the movie was not a FNAF movie, I would just... like, it'd be like, you know, any other Blumhouse horror movie where it's just mid, right? Like Megan, I don't think anyone's gonna be talking about Megan. I mean, I didn't watch Megan because again, I'm not a huge horror guy, but like I've heard it was like pretty whatever. Like, it's just a scary movie, and you watch it and you go, wow, I am scared. Except I wasn't. And again, you're not gonna talk about it in the next 5 years because there's gonna be another one you're talking about, right? I wanted it to be good. Like I said, I really wanted it to be fucking great, crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, Blumhouse makes every horror movie that's like mediocre, right? I mean, I know that they have some good movies, but a lot of them are just mediocre. I don't know. Maybe I don't get horror movies, and maybe people like those. Maybe they like it when it's like cliche, you know? Like I would give it like the same amount. I would give it the rating of how many movies or how many FNAF game theories I watched out of how many. So 5 out of 65. What's that? Like 1 in 13? Nah, it's too low. I give it like 15 out of 65. Like a 3 in 13. I think that's reasonable. That's okay. Someone, if I've missed something in the lore because I have only watched 10 videos on game theory, you know, let me know. But I don't, even if it's tied to everything, I don't think it's gonna change my opinion. Because I mean, even regardless, I don't know if it was just the story or if it was the way that they built up tension and it was because it's not R-rated, but I just could not get scared, dude. I was just like, every time a jump scare happened, I was just laughing. Like, I had zero fear in that movie, dude. And again, I'm not generally one to get that scared while watching like a scary movie nowadays, but I just felt like zero immersion in it, like basically zero. I don't disagree. I think the target audience is Dodo because he made the movie, because he is Scott Cawthon. Here's what I will say. Okay, I think if Matt Pat was in charge of writing the script, he would have done a better job. Unless he did. If he wrote the script, then Matt Pat, you should not make movies anymore. But I think that he would have done a better job. Yeah, I don't think I have much more to say of that movie. It was there. It's a movie of all time. That's my final rating, dude.